Hi everybody, Kathy here. I'm going to try and take this picture here and put it into this area down here. So the picture up there, I'm going to try and put into this area over here. So it's going to be rather small, so I'm going to be using small brushes for this, and it is acrylic that I'm using. Just got to get the right brush. There we go. So I'm using acrylic. This is a 300 GSM watercolor paper. So let's see what I can do. It's going to be a very small piece. We take that card as an example. That's where I want to fit that into here. So let's see what we can do with it. So start with doing the Moore method of painting. I'm going to start with my drawing first. So the fence line that runs angle there, trees, tree line, it is running here, basically going straight across. Just want to vary the size of these trees as well. And then we've got mountain that runs across the back here. Tree actually goes over that. I'll come back to that. I'm going to come down a bit. Move it across. I'll run across here. And down over there. We've got a rocky outcrop up here. And as we come down here, I'm going to add another tree on this side. Just to finish that off. This is poles, grass. This whole area is grass. And we've got a fence line that runs down this here. Grass over here is shorter than that side. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so got the basics in here. It basically is blocked in already, so I'm going to go and just get the mountain line in. So I want to be lighter than this area here. Now I need to take my glasses off, otherwise I can't see. Uh, some people think that you're going to run into problems with acrylic or watercolor paper. I have added water to this, but not much. It's almost working dry brush technique on this. So I've gone into the paint with my brush and then put my brush into the water once I've got paint on it. So essentially I'm very much working with a dry brush technique here. And this is a very small piece that I'm doing here. I'm just doing it as a study. To lift this piece up a bit. Okay, so those are the mountains done at the back. I want to work on this area in the front. So we want a ground color. I'm using yellow ochre. And titanium white. As we come forward, and to strengthen up the yellow ochre. I'll leave some of the texture on the paper as well. I really like the texture of this paper. It's very rough. Okay, I'm going to work on the trees. And for that we want to start with a darkish green. So don't take all the darks away, make sure that some of the dark stays behind, as those are the shadow areas. And this would be a mid-tone that I'm putting in here now. Paper is buckling a bit, but that is due to just the little bit of water that I've put into this. Ending up with the bigger tree here. Now the mountains in the background have green on them too, so I want to take that a step back as well. The sun is coming from the left, so now I want to get some highlights. So I'm going to go with a lighter yellow. Using the cad yellow light. It's a U, not the proper cadmium. So now we want some light coming through on these trees here on the left hand side of the photo. Still need to maintain some dark in the background, so don't want to take it too much of that dark that we have. So just building up the shape of the trees here. Come and put it in, because acrylic's dry darker, I will come and put in some more lighter highlights a bit later. Okay. Bear in mind that this is just a study for a much bigger picture that I'm going to do. Slightly bigger brush now. Okay, got my wider brush. It's going to be a bit better now. Still got that yellow ochre tone coming through underneath. As we come closer, we're going to want to get warmer tone. Just adding some darker areas. Where shadow and on the grass. And this here in front. Nicely, and then I need a much smaller brush. I just need to find my liner. This is a liner number 1. It's a Mod Mod brush that I'm using from a set. So, I want to put in these are basically concrete poles. To get some. What I'm using for this is burnt umber and ultramarine blue, which gives me a really dark color, and then when I pop some white into that, it's going to give me a grey color. And that's what I want for the posts in the front here, because these are, looks like concrete posts. So we're going to have some more white into this. Okay, that's better. Yep, it's looking good. Just add a touch of white on the light side of it. In the meantime, I can put some of those other poles in. Of course, now I need my glasses so I can see the picture. And we've got a few more that are running off through the center of the picture. So put in a few of those. Oh, bit of a frog in the throat there. And we do need white on these poles, otherwise you're not going to see them clearly. So, some titanium white. Put some highlight on the sun side of these poles. This being very small, I'm putting these gates in at the back just as a solid piece. I need to add some sunlight to this. grass is really not. There's my bigger brush. Bigger brush. There we go. Just need to lift the colour in the front here. To use a lot of yellow for this. It's just as a little study. So I will take a shot of that, see if we can get it closer. We do it this way. Upside down now. Do that. Just as a study, still wet. I'll take a photo of that and add it to the video. From me, Cappy, have a good day. Cheers.